So, what's really valuable about your body or any body? I'm Rick from Thriving Now. I'm here with Kathy Vartuli from Thriving Now and the Intimacy Dojo. And our hope right now is that with some EFT tapping, that it'll open up some possibilities for you to get clearer about what you value and can value about your body. Because Kathy, culturally, we're really impacted, aren't we, about what is valuable in a body, what gives us status and desirability and worth. Ugh.
Yeah, our survival brain is so impacted by what it sees other people being given status and value for. And I lived in China for a year years ago, but we studied their culture and I saw things there while I was there. There was a very heavy valuation on lighter skin while I was there. I would walk into a room and people would value me because of the lightness of my skin. And that was because there was a very poor country, especially right before I had moved there and even while I was there. And people that had to work outside and under the fields, they would have darker skin because of their sun, because of the sun, and that meant in the status of that society they were lower value. And even centuries before that, long nails or very small feet, they meant you couldn't work in the fields, you couldn't carry as much, you couldn't do as much. So you had your family or the family, your spouse or whatever had to have enough money to keep you, and you had to be able to not work in the fields. So that was just the valuation versus I don't want long nails. I don't want, and we're purposely using a slightly different culture for some people because it may help you see what society does to us better. I don't want long nails. I like to be able to go out and dig in the garden. And I have a PhD, so that's not like, I don't have to dig in the garden, which is, I like the choice, but it, do I really want long nails? And in the US, we pay for sundance. So it's like this odd, what is really valuable to you?
Yeah, and that brings us, I mean, part of the real skills work is to recognize that there's an emotional world. And the emotional world, what we value, like what matters to our head, our heart, and our gut, is probably not just things that we can see, but
Mhm.
things also that we can experience about our body and with other bodies, things that are more intangible, perhaps, things that use and tap into sensitivities that we're cultivating as a skill that
Yes.
allow us to experience people differently than just as the external object that gets judged based upon status and value. So that's our kind of our landscape right now.
Yeah.
All this cultural noise, and maybe we can quiet down, calm down enough so that we can figure out like what do we want to put our energy into? What do we value? What do we want to build our confidence on?
Can we do a little tapping on that?
That'd be great.
All right. So I invite you to take a nice, slow, deep breath. And just notice where your body is. Notice the chair you're sitting in, your feet being supported. The universe has you, and it's okay to explore this topic. I'm just going to start tapping on the karate chop. Even though my survival brain is very visually oriented,
Even though my survival brain is very visually oriented,
and it likes to make snap decisions,
and it likes to make snap decisions,
it really isn't the whole picture.
it really is not the whole picture.
Even though my survival brain is drawn to the flashy, shiny things,
Even though my survival brain is drawn to the flashy, shiny things,
it's kind of hard to see how good people's hearts are from the outside.
it's really hard to see how good people's hearts are from the outside.
And someone might have big muscles.
And someone might have big muscles, long
And how are
fingernails.
they? Yeah, but how are they using them in the real world?
How are they using them in the real world?
Top of the head. Are they rescuing puppies or kicking them?
Are they rescuing puppies or kicking them?
Eyebrow. What do I value?
What do I value?
Side of the eye. What do I want to create in the world?
What do I want to create in the world?
Under the eye. And how does my body help me do that?
And how does my body help me do that?
Under the nose, what if I could appreciate my body for the more subtle things?
What if I could support,
Appreciate
what if appreciate, what if I could appreciate my body for the more subtle things,
Chin, the way it helps me create love in the world.
the way it helps me create love in the world
Collarbone, or experience love from others.
or experience love from others?
Under the arm, my body might be far more special than I realize.
My body might be far more special than I realize.
Top of the head, and I'm open to noticing and appreciating those things.
And I'm open to noticing and appreciating those things. Yeah, and as we explore this real skill of being more calm and being more confident, the energy really is like, oh, there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of decisions about what makes an attractive and desirable person, someone of high status. There's a lot of noise around that. There's a lot of ways that we've inherited that from our culture and our family and from our experiences. And there's this moment where when we calm that down,
Mhm.
we tune in, we go like, oh, this matters. Like it matters to me to find people that are safe with humans and animals, furry friends and human ones. It matters when people are generous and kind. That matters to me. And my body actually can deliver that. It may not have this that works exactly right. And there may be this change going on. And, some people are going to shit on me from the outside because I don't fit some model of what being a model is like. But that's okay because really, where I'm building my energy, confidencing myself is around what matters to me. And I match up with that in other human beings too. So please, I invite you to either join us live for the workshop, and if it's after that date, I
Holy
invite you to to listen to the replay as if you're there with us live and engage in the conversation, because this is something we do together, and together makes it. I value togetherness and being. So thank you.
Yeah, it can change your life for a lifetime.